This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 868, The Respawn Reckoning. Enjoy. So I think I want to start with the biggest of all, Prif. If we go back to 2014 and when Prif beat out Invention for the project, of course we had Plague's End, but he was heavily involved in the design itself of Prif, appearing on live streams numerous times as Mod Osborne, answering Q&As and showcasing what Prif was going to look like. And I remember the hype build up in that time, just us building up to this launch of this city that had taken at that point 10 years for it to arrive. And I think I put this one first on the list of things to talk about with him. Because we can look at things that changed lore-wise in game, right? But I think one of the things that had the biggest impact on how players played, specifically at the mid to high levels, was Prif.
Prif fundamentally changed a lot of the meta of the game. It changed the way we play, but the reason I think even more that it has to be, at the top here is because this, at least from the public eye, was Mod Osborne's baby. This was, he was just so instrumental in making this a reality. That it's something I associate with him, like, right off the top.
Yeah, and I mean, there's even the Elfborn title that you can get in game, which is, Mod Osborne, the Elfborn, right?
Yep.
So, and, you're 100% right that it wouldn't have come out the way it did if not for him. And there's just so many things in that city that completely changed the way we play, from the Motherlode Maw to the combination potions to the Max Guild. Before the mining and smithing rework, the corrupted ore, all the extra farming stuff. Saren spirits. Saren stones?
Yeah. Right?
Which ones are you talking about?
The ones in the mining district.
Yeah, that's what I said. The corrupted ore. Is that what they are? I'd call them corrupted ore.
Saren stones.
Saren stones. Okay, fair enough. Right, You have to cleanse them.
Yeah.
Right. Corrupted ore is what you get from them. Have an agility course that's not as click intensive as everything else. We could go on and on about this in terms of how it changed the game and how the players wanted this so badly at the time that there's a lot of question, at least, and worry, at least on my end, that, Invention might have won out. And we have talked about how things would have looked if Invention did win out. But I think it goes without saying that Prif was probably in the top 3 of the main pivot points in the last decade for RS.
Easily, yeah.
And that's definitely falls under his greatest hits category.
Yep.
Another one of those huge pivot points was, of course, the World Wakes, the start of the 6th Age. That was a quest he was deeply involved in as well.
It doesn't get much bigger in the world of quests than the World Wakes, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to look at just what that opened up. I mean, yeah, we opened up the 6th Age, but we also opened up the the world events and just this really rich story that, I mean, it's just now starting to wind down.
Yeah. And, we don't know specifically why he left, whether it was the 15 years or if there was other factors or just a better opportunity. But in terms of winding down the 6th Age, or sorry, not winding down the 6th Age, winding down the gods and the Elder Gods storyline, that seems like a good point to kind of, just pin the feather in the hat and move on, so to speak. And, the 6th Age itself has been controversial, but I think in the sense of storylines, you ask somebody, would you rather go back to the, the tiny, story of the week kind of quests where you have an odd little thing here or there that pops up? Or would you rather have us on this, serialized story push that we've been on since 2013? I know I don't want to go back. I can't speak for you or anybody else, but I think that the 6th Age has been a good way to force RS to grow up.
Yeah, at least, if nothing else, you don't know what you don't know, and this gave people another way to view RuneScape, and that it could have an overarching story. It could have, it could look more like a more modern game instead of, little quest here and there, a little puzzle here and
Yeah.
there, that kind of thing. Which those have their place, right? Don't get me wrong, they have their place. But no, and even if we see that going forward, I think we'll see it in the same thing, but maybe in a modified way. Maybe we'll see this more by region instead of by super arching God. Everything's going to end life or death. Every quest.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be still big, but like regionally or human.
Right. And they said that's generally the sense of what they want to do going forward. You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe or leave a comment.